It's
And I can
it's
barely hear
acting.
you. It's it says the stream is live.
Yeah, so well, I guess we are live now. But see, it's
Are you
weird.
going
It's
to
like
do
a
the
countdown
countdown
thing.
thingy?
May as well not even bother at this point. How you doing, Ray? So bear with us. We're dealing with some technical issues here. We have not used StreamYard on the phone like this. Like I haven't done this in ages. I usually have it. I do it in my studio, and my studio is occupied by somebody else right now. So, hey, what's up, Carmen? How are you? It's been ages. I hope you guys are all doing well because we have an awesome show we're going to talk about today. Um, being Monica, myself, this is our first time together. I'm super
It's our
excited, guys.
very first time.
It is our very first time together. I'm super excited. And we're talking about conflict resolution and some of the things that came up on a Facebook post that I did here um, earlier that people just seemed to blow up and people were really just kind of engaged in that conversation. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Um, but yeah, so thanks for joining us, guys. And if you can, please do me a favor, hit the share button for us. Just share this out to your friends, get this thing out there, and let's get everybody in on this because I think we have some good stuff here. Monica and I, we don't necessarily agree on some of the tactics, but that's what's going to make this awesome. So you're definitely going to want to chime in on this. So tell me a little bit about you because, like, I don't really know you that well. This is our first time hanging out. So just tell everybody a little bit about yourself so we can get to know you a little bit.
Okay, so I have a YouTube channel. It's called Being Monica. And basically, what I do is I take quotes and words of inspiration and I kind of use it as motivation to help my mindset so that I can have a more positive perspective of the world.
That's a beautiful thing. And, and especially in today, like, everything is so overwhelmingly negative. Like, in just in society in general, everybody is so on edge. And listen, I can speak from experience because I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just sensitive, overly sensitive about things, but I take things very personally. And sometimes, hey, what's up, Georgina? Sometimes maybe I take it, a little too far, a little too fast, um, and jump to conclusions. And maybe that's some of the things that, like, maybe we need to tone it down a little bit. But I don't know. I kind of think the mic sounds a little funny on Monica's end. So here, this is Carmen says your mic sounds a little bit funny on your end. So
I
there's
know
that.
that already.
Yeah, so we were trying to work through that a little bit, but hey, just stick with it. We'll try to make the best we can out of it. But for
I
me,
like to make weird noises when I'm on camera, and today it's going to be my mic.
that's fine. Hey, it's that's great, guys. If you haven't done it, go check her out. Go check out Monica's YouTube channel. Wow, that was a lot. Did you guys hear that crazy? Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
see,
touching it. I won't touch it anymore.
Carmen's like a lot of humming. Oh, okay. Yes, there is a lot of humming, but that's okay. All right, let's get back to it, guys, because this is kind of important. And I think we're all dealing with so much stress. I know me personally, the situation that I'm in, some of the stuff that I'm going through, fire department things, things that, work, life, home balance. It's incredibly stressful. So I don't know about you, but, for me, if somebody comes at me, I don't take that lightly. So I get very defensive. Oh, she's saying my volume's a bit low. See, let me see if I turn this up a little bit. Maybe that's good. Can you? All right. Maybe I should hold my hands here like this. Does that sound different? Um,
I'll hold my mic and you hold your headphones.
I'll hold this. Yeah, we'll be like the monkeys that she um, but I'll do my. I'm sorry, you guys. Like I said, we're having some technical difficulties. Normally, I have a boom mic, and this isn't a problem. But so back to it. I made a post on Facebook, and my opinion is that if you're talking to somebody, like if you're having a conversation and everything is fine, I mean, and we're talking about over a period of time, not just like one incident, a period of time where you are good with somebody, nothing is wrong. Hi, what's up? What's up? And if you're having, there's nothing wrong, and then all of a sudden, like you reach out to this person, hey man, how you doing? How's it going? You hear nothing back. Look, I understand that life happens to people, but what do you have with you like 98.9% of the time? Your phone. Your phone is like always with you. Do you ever really just leave your phone sit around? I certainly don't. So I always answer people back immediately because I just show that I think that's a sign of respect. If I message you, I mean, I look, a lot of people work and I get that. If you're at work, you're doing your thing, I get that. But at the end of the day, waiting like or 2 or 3 or 4 days and you just don't answer back, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? So then you get into that. Well, I'm starting to worry a little bit. So what's the problem, right? What's going on? And it starts to get to that point where it's like, all right, did I do something wrong? So then I ask that question, hey, what did I do? What's going on? Did I upset you? But what you have to understand, some context is, um, this particular individual is a member of an organization that I formerly belonged to, and very short-lived. And I didn't, I didn't stick around long because I don't like drama. I can't deal with all of that. That stuff is too much for me, right? I can't deal with the drama. So I decided to separate myself from it. And what happened was, again, I don't think I'm going to go into a whole lot of detail because I don't want to drag an organization through the mud. It's not the organization's fault. See what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to behave myself in what I say here. But this person is somebody that I considered a friend outside of the organization. See what I'm saying? So it was frustrating to me that if I'm going to message you 4 or 5 days in a row and you can't even give me the courtesy of like, hey man, sorry, something's going on. I'll get back to you later. Dude, I'll wait. I'll wait to hear from you. If it's a month, it's a month. But now I'm at the point where I'm worried about you and or something's going on, whatever it is, because there was no indication that there was a problem. So I just felt that if there's a problem, and coming from this particular organization, there's always a problem. So my immediate response to that is, you're a bitch. And that's the way I felt about it because let's be honest, if you're hiding behind a phone or if you're hiding behind anything and refusing to at least explain to me what's going on or maybe what I did to upset you, you're a bitch. That's just my opinion. What do you think?
Dustin, what was the post that you actually posted? Because you posed a question to everybody on Facebook. You were asking for advice.
I did, and I don't remember exactly what I said verbatim, but I said something to the effect. Look, I almost want to go look at it now because I don't even.
I
Do you
had
know?
it up. I can pull it back up.
Yeah, pull it up and read it to me because I honestly don't remember what I said verbatim. But it basically said, I mean, if you have a problem, face your problem, or if you have an issue, face the issue. Talk
That's
about
not
the
what
issue.
you said,
Something
dear.
to that effect.
It said, okay, ready?
Okay, go for it.
If you've got beef with someone, do you face them like an adult or ghost them like a bitch?
Like a
What
bitch.
say you? So we have a little bit of anger there. And
Did you
what did I say?
did you
I
sense a
said,
little frustration?
I said, why isn't the question, do you, wait, let me pull it up because I don't want to get it wrong. Were you okay with what I said? You weren't like upset, were you?
Oh, no, not at all. Go ahead. I mean, definitely read it, of course. I mean, look, I don't expect to agree with every single person that reads my post or interacts with my post. And
And you
everybody
were
is
asking
different.
for people's opinion. So when you ask for people's opinion, you got to be willing to take anything that you're going
And
to hear.
I don't think my answer to you, see, I like Ray. Ray's like, I get in their face. See, look at this. Ray says, I get in their face. You
I
know,
want to have this conversation so bad, and I'm just trying to pull up this comment, but all it wants me to do is post little emojis for you. So, okay, let's go to the more relevant.
see, Ray, while she's looking for that, I am kind of an in your face kind of guy too. And when I say that, I don't mean like I'm going to get up in your grill and be like, "Yo, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's rock and roll." It isn't about that for me. What it is for me is just give me a little common courtesy and say, "Hey, look, dude, maybe you said such and such or this offended me or whatever." then I can at least take the opportunity to be like, hey, look, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I can be a dick sometimes, blah, 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 whatever. But if you just disappear without anything, without any excuse, without any reasoning, I think it makes you a bitch. I mean, if you've got a problem, speak up and say it. If not,
Okay, I found it.
hide behind your phone. Go for it. Let's hear it.
I said, that's interesting. Why isn't the question face them like a bitch or ghost them like an adult? Knowing how to step away from a situation that isn't for you is the most grown-up thing you can do. Everything else is just nonsense and a waste of your time and mental space. And let me tell you, this has been taking a lot of your mental space that you could be using for much better things that actually make you happy. You are having an argument all with yourself. This person hasn't even said anything to you, and you are in an uproar.
Absolutely. No, listen. Oh, absolutely. This is one of my fatal flaws. And I can tell you, listen, trust me, if my friend Lisa from Oregon was on here right now, she would be praising you. She would be like, "Oh my God, she figured you out in 30 seconds." Like, in all honesty, listen, I will absolutely overanalyze things. I will absolutely overdo it and think of overthinking in my mind. I do that, but I'm not, I don't want to say like I'm quick to anger, because that's not, I'm not really quick to anger, although it maybe appeared that way online.
Well, even the way you pose the question, you're acting like a little bitch. Like, what is that?
It's just being real. I mean,
No, that's that you have, you're asking advice, which I'm honestly not somebody who believes you should ever ask anybody for advice, because everybody is coming from their own perspective, their own experiences. So they're kind of delving into what they've experienced with the nasty people that didn't answer their texts. And then they're coming at you with their advice from what that has happened with them. So you're already getting like, but you like, what about the reasons why maybe this person isn't reaching out to you that maybe aren't as negative as you think? I don't know this person. I don't know the organization. I don't know the situation. But there can be maybe the person changed their phone number. Maybe they broke their phone. Like, I don't know if you've been trying to reach out to them in other ways. How many days has it been? 7?
Actually, it's been closer, I guess. This Wednesday will be 2 weeks since we spoke last. Yeah.
Okay, and then
we spoke. We were speaking almost every day.
And so all of a sudden, let's say this person is getting your text messages and they're not answering.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need to know. Like, why force it, and why have to? They're already letting you know how they feel about you. Why do you have to keep experiencing that?
Well, because I just don't think it's right. I just think.
Why? Because they don't want to talk to you anymore?
But why? Tell me.
But who cares?
Well,
who cares why?
Well, I care.
You're a great guy, and there's a lot of people that do want to talk to you. Focus on them.
I mean, I appreciate you saying that, but I think we are our own worst critics, right? I mean, let's be honest. We're our own worst critics. I mean, I'm hardest on myself, and again, this kind of harkens back a little bit to my younger days. And some of this comes from the way I was treated growing up. So, you have to understand there's abandonment issues there. Like, I'm one of 10 kids who, out of all of those kids, actually, in theory, I'm actually one of 13 kids from my biological father's side and my mother's side. And not a single one of them are full-blooded brothers and sisters. And throughout the course of, throughout the course of my life, I was treated like a black sheep. So I was kind of always pushed aside. So those types of things, when that type of thing happens, and it's like you said, well, I'm a good guy. Well, and I see myself as that. I will bend over backwards for you. I'll take my shirt off my back for you. If you need it, I'll do that. But if you're going to just treat me like I'm a piece of shit that you can just flush down a toilet and throw away,
then you need to be done with them. You need to be done with them. That's it.
But I want to know why. What did I do that made you feel that way? Because I can't.
So once they tell you, why are you going to feel any better?
Maybe because then I'll be like, oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be that way. Or, in myself, in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, I can be better. I can make sure I'm more aware of this. Like that thing that, okay, I'll tell you a little bit. Lisa, her and I have been friends for, we're 10 years, I think it is, maybe longer. Um, her and I have had some very highs and lows in our relationship. She is a beautiful human being. She's a beautiful soul, and she absolutely never deserved the way I treated her, just because of my own insecurities, right? See, but she'll come out and be like, "Hizzy, what are you doing? Like, why are you acting like a?" She'll tell me straight out. She has no problem doing that, and I love that she does that. Because see, that's where I come from. That's where I'm coming from this entire thing. I have absolutely done enough to piss her off to the point where she should never speak to me again, right? Just because I get an attitude playing a game or whatever, because that's how we knew each other, playing online games, which by the way I don't even do anymore. But
It's okay
that's
if you
neither here nor
do.
there. I just don't. I just don't, because I don't like who I become when I'm playing those games. I'm a hyper competitive person, right? I'm so competitive that it just makes me a different person. And listen, she'll tell you the same thing. She's like, the Hizzy I know in the real world is not the Hizzy I know online. You are so mean when you're playing that game. And we're talking about Call of Duty here. You're like, and I'm like, I'd be like, I want to kill you, your mother, or whatever. And it's just, and I don't play a game to lose. No game. I don't play a game to lose, and it's totally poor sportsmanship. 100%. So I can admit when I'm wrong. So I can accept that criticism, and I just prefer that if you're gonna bag on me like that, at least tell me why. Because then I can at least know what I did and try to be better for the next time. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna bug you. Like if you say, hey, yo, Hizzy, I'm done, man. Like, good for you. Okay, I respect that. I'm gonna respect your space. Good luck. I wish you the best. You know what I mean? But but just bagging on me like that, it just seems like a bitch move.
I think you need to focus more on people that are answering your text messages and responding to you. And that person, if they're not getting back to you, you have other ones. It's quality, not quantity. That person maybe is just in your past now, their history. And
Well,
that
and
has to be okay. It
I
doesn't
agree with
matter
you.
why.
I
And
totally agree with you. No, I totally agree with you. But I think it's just a good friends are hard to come by, and
they're not a good friend.
but I really felt that he was like, I considered him a good friend. Like I spent a lot of time on the phone with him talking about his family, his problems, things, my stuff going on here. I mean, all of it. For that to just be like, none of it mattered to me, man. You don't
Do you
matter to
know
me.
anyone else who's in his circle where you could reach out and make sure he's okay?
Yes, and I did that.
And they said, yeah, he's great. He's doing good.
All that the one guy said to me is, I heard he's having some issues with his family, but I already knew about those issues long before anybody else did. So I mean, I don't know. So
The bottom line is you never have control over anybody else. You only have control over yourself, and you have control over how you internalize the situation.
mhm.
So what you're doing is you're basically putting your own self through a lot of shit that you don't need to.
Oh God, if Lisa could hear you say that, dude, she would be virtually high fiving you right now. I'm telling you, she'd be like,
Well, you're
oh my
like
God.
you're wasting your time and your energy. Like it's almost like what women do when a man won't get back to them. It's like, why don't they like me? Why aren't they
Oh,
calling me back? Who gives a fuck? They don't like you. Get over
there it is.
it. Move on. Find somebody
There
who
it is.
does like you. That's
Oh,
problem solved. It's easier said than done, but what you're doing to yourself is actually worse than what that person is doing to you.
no, you're absolutely right. 100%. I can't disagree with you because I've put myself through this stuff. So, but you have to understand, this is a characteristic of somebody who genuinely cares about the friendship. I mean, don't you want that kind of a friend? Somebody that
I
actually
want
gives a
somebody
shit?
who also cares about the friendship.
Well, of course. But I'm talking about from my perspective. I'm the kind of friend who takes it personally because I care about our friendship. Like
You
if if
you got to
if I didn't,
stop expecting you from other people. You're you and they're them. Not everyone's going to act like you.
of course not. God forbid. I wouldn't want that. That would be a bad thing.
Some people don't become a jerk when they play Call of Duty. I've seen people do that when they're watching Buffalo Bills games, though.
Oh, again, I've got to turn the game off
Uh,
because I hate losing. And it's not me that's losing; it's the Bills that are losing. I can't stand losing. So I'll be like, I'm done. Just turn off the game because I don't want to get mad at it. You know what I mean? Like it's just easier for me to walk. Here we go. I literally just answered my own question. It's easier for me just to walk away from it. But,
how long was that? It was a good 20 and a half minutes.
Thanks for joining us tonight. That's the show.
What did Monica say about 8 hours ago? Ghost him. Ghost him like an adult. Don't face him like a bitch.
All right. I'll give you credit.
Stand up for yourself.
Now, what you said actually makes more sense than the way it came across when you were typing it. Does that make sense? Because it actually sounded better now that you verbalized it as opposed to just looking at it in type.
And I have to tell you, it feels good because when I talk with people and I hear people talking about certain things, I'm always biting my tongue. And to be able to just have a conversation with somebody and try and talk them through, because so many people do. We sit there and 5 seconds after something happens, we create a scenario that is 30,000 times larger than what actually happened. And then it keeps growing and growing, and we live on it and we thrive on it. And that's what it becomes. Just walk away. Just take a breath. Try and think about something else. Let it settle.
You know, I needed this therapy session tonight, Monica.
And this time is for free.
I can only imagine what this will cost me next time. But no, you're absolutely right. And I think, like I said, I have to just go back to Lisa because she's really the one who's put up with so much of my like ignorant behavior. Just in the game, you know what I mean? I never treat her that way. Like I don't treat anybody that way in real world personal stuff. But I'm a pretty good guy. You know what I mean? There's nothing that I won't do for anybody. But that's why I had to walk away from the game. And it sucks because when we were all together, the group of us in there that were playing, there she is, Lisa. We're talking about you, Lisa.
Only good things. Only good things.
Lisa, you would have given her the proverbial high five because she's saying exactly to me what you have told me 1,000 times. Like, so Lisa had, like I was saying, has put up with some of the most unbelievable dumb shit from me because of me being completely douchebaggy playing a game. You know what I mean? But Lisa also knows me outside of the game. Lisa knows that, like I was saying earlier, Dustin in the game, actually, see, that's Hizzy. Hizzy in the game is not Dustin in the real world.
Oh, your alter ego. Okay.
100%. And you, I'm telling you, it is night and day. Now, Lisa came over here from Oregon. She came here. She spent, what was it, like 2 weeks with us, I think it was. She helped me with the event that we put on in Gettysburg. And she saw something completely different than what she was used to. You know what I mean? So what I flipped out on Lisa, not necessarily like on Lisa, but I guess she's the one who took the brunt of it because she's the one that I always talk to. You know what I mean? And she was like, dude, and to push Lisa to that point, it's not easy to do. Like I told you earlier, she had every right to be like, dude, I am taking a 9-year break from you. Like I can't take it. And she didn't. She was mad. We had it out. We talked it out, and what it came down to is exactly what you said to me. I'm letting that shit live inside of my head way more than it should. And it's exactly what happened with me, Lisa Pie, and I let something that was not there, and I totally made it something that it wasn't. And maybe that's what's happening with this situation, but I don't think it is. You know what I mean? I don't feel that way.
I was going to ask you that if there was maybe something that went down before, but it sounds like you said that everything was fine, and then all of a sudden it wasn't.
No, everything was fine. Everything like we were talking, like I said last week. I can't let you out, sweetie. I can't. You, the dog wants out. Everything was fine with this person. Like we were having conversations about our situations, our families. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go. And everything was
I'm gonna
fine.
lay down now.
Go lay down, Monica. Good girl.
Okay, okay, I will. Can't
Honey,
wait.
I'll rub your belly.
Oh.
But I mean, really, at the end of the day, it does. It comes back to why am I allowing this to take up so much of my headspace? You know, because really, at the end of the day, I it's taking it's literally sucking the life out of me.
It's really something where if anybody is ever going through anything that's a challenge, well, first of all, let's say you're sitting by yourself and you start thinking about something that maybe it's from your past, something that has hurt you, maybe it's something that just happened today, and all you're doing is stewing on it and you're thinking about it and you're just feeling more of what you've already had to experience. It really has to be a habit that people start taking on where they are able to recognize that that is happening in the moment. I'm thinking about this thing that isn't making me comfortable, and be able to shift to another thought, because all it is in your mind right now, and you're doing it to yourself. You're having made up arguments, you're having made up scenarios, you're having all these things happening, or you're reflecting back on what happened and you're replaying it and you're having those emotions that you experienced before, and it's like it's happening and you're trying to rationalize it, you're trying to make sense of it all, but in the whole time you're just experiencing the same kind of shitty kind of feelings, when really what all you're going to do that's going to be able to make you feel better is think about something that doesn't make you feel shitty. And you have to know how to tap into that stuff in a moment of feeling shitty. And people don't want to do it. They want to have their feelings. They want to have their shitty feelings. They want to keep having them until they go away. But guess what? If you keep having your shitty feelings, guess what? You're going to keep feeling shitty.
That's a fact. And just to counter that a little bit, I do not like feeling shitty. I like being happy. I like dancing around my house in my underwear, singing stupid songs.
I was doing that right before we started taping.
There you
I'm
go.
not lying.
I 110% believe you. That's what I like to do. So that's kind of like I live in this place, like in my head, you know, where I'm like a famous singer, and I can't sing for shit. So I go out. I cannot sing.
Yes, you can.
You can hear my voice. It's terrible.
Let's hear something.
No. 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 That'll never, ever, ever happen, especially on a public platform.
Is that Monica?
Yeah, she's coming.
Tell her to say hi.
She say hi.
Who am I saying hello to?
Well, Monica.
Well, hello to myself.
Did you hear
the other Monica?
The other Monica. All right. So Ray says, here's a challenge he's got going on. He's going through. He's got 30 days to move out of his current home. Okay. Well, that sucks, man. Like, I can tell you, I've been there, done that. That is not a fun situation. Did that arise from like a conflict you had with your landlord or something like that? Oh, your trailer was sold by the owner today. Oh man, that's terrible. Well, maybe the next owner will the next owner rent it, or did they buy it as a like their residence? They want to move into it.
He needs to look up the Landlord Tenant Act.
Well, yeah. Technically, you've got like 90 days. He has to supply you with a 30-day notice, and if you don't leave, you have like another 60 days after that or something like that, where they have to literally go through the eviction process. So I wouldn't freak out too much about the whole 30-day thing, to be honest with you. But I mean, it's not fun to be a jerk in that aspect. But I had to do it before I bought this house I'm in. Um, our landlords were absolute whack jobs, and we took absolute perfect care of the house that we were in. And I knew something was going to be wrong with these guys. Hey, what's up, Ashley? What's up? Um, we knew that they were going to be kind of wacky, so we decided that we were going to go around and take video of the entire house. Um, and just to make sure that we documented everything. And I'm glad we did, because they tried to say that we screwed this up and these walls were damaged. It was awful. It never happened. We didn't have a single scratch on that wall. It was immaculate, and it was actually cleaner than when we got there when we left. So, I mean, and of course, the only thing we ended up having to pay them was the extra rent because we stayed there until I bought this house. I was like, I'm not leaving this house until I buy another place, and I will never ever rent again, ever, ever. Okay, so they bought it to remodel it and sell it again. Well, that sucks, man.
They
That
bought
really
it so they
sucks.
can flip it.
Yes, flippers will do that kind of stuff, and they don't care about who's in there. So, I mean, if I were you, dude, if you can't find a place in like 30 days, it's tough to do, especially because you've got to go through the application process. You got to do all that crap. Um, make them evict you. I mean, don't go out on the street. Don't do that. Make them evict you. Make them go through the court systems. It sucks, but
Ray, have you started looking for another place? When did you get your notice? What are you doing to be proactive? It's going to take a second.
oh, we both disappeared. Can you repeat that, Monica?
I was just asking Ray what he has done to be proactive ever since he got the notice.
She wants out. Did you do anything, dude? What's your game plan? Well, either way, um, we again, this was a major conflict for us because these people, you've been looking for a year. Oh my God, dude, and now you've got 30 days. That's terrible.
So you've actually had a year.
Yeah, he said he's been looking for a year now. I'm not sure if, unless I put these up, I guess you can't see him.
Yeah, I can't see him.
It's different for me doing it on my phone because I literally have to keep moving screens around to do it.
Thank you for doing that.
Doing the best I can. What?
I'm looking to see what platform you're on.
StreamYard. Oh, I'm on Facebook. Yeah, I'm on my Facebook page. BB3 TV, Hizzy's Place.
I feel like we're in that movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall where she's like, no, move down. No, move up. We need to see Monica.
I got nothing. So Ray, definitely keep going, man. Don't give up. And like I said, I would I would make them evict you. Give yourself more time. There's Monica, my Monica. And Lisa, I don't think Lisa's still on here. I'm not sure if she is. I definitely think she would have said something about what I was talking about. But no. Anyway, like we were saying, I want to kind of get back to this whole deal. Like, I know that as an individual, I've brought a lot of my childhood trauma into my. Hey, what's up, Isaac? I brought a lot of that stuff into my adulthood, and I really kind of wish I wouldn't. I really wish, I don't know how to say it. I want to get through that stuff, but I'm not the kind of person that will ever go and sit down with a therapist. This is about as much therapy as I'll ever take.
You don't have to sit with a therapist. All you have to do is decide that you're going to stop telling yourself that story. You had your childhood, you had your abandonment. That's over with. Stop letting that plague what is happening to you now. You know it, you're recognizing it, you have that issue. How can you have a different conversation with yourself so you don't keep having that experience? I've had all of those things. But you don't have to
move to Florida.
Huh?
That's what you did. That's what you did. You up and moved to Florida to fix your problem.
I started making decisions that I knew would improve my living experience. I was tired of living in the shitty snow all of the time. That's not where I found my joy. A lot of people do love the snow, and it's good because if they didn't, then everybody would be down here. But you have to make choices. You have to make the choice. That was my childhood. That was how many years ago? Why am I still allowing what happened that many years ago to impact what is happening right now in my life? You have to make the choices intentional understanding what you've experienced and experience different things. I'm sorry if I'm loud.
Hold on a second. What? Is Sierra crying? Sorry about that. I thought I heard my kid crying out there.
Aw.
No, I've got all my adult children living back here with me. And
See, you have
unfortunately,
a beautiful family, a beautiful wife. You have things to look forward to. You don't need to worry about the stuff that happened to you before. That's not happening to you now.
well, that's a conversation for another time.
Okay.
Uh, yeah,
We can
yeah.
talk about that and then schedule our next show.
Maybe what we can do is talk about that offline. And
Okay. But no, really, it's all about, okay, that happened to you, that thing happened to you, but that thing is over now. Maybe it's not over now, and then you're right, that is another conversation. Exactly. You can't change what's already happened. That happened. That's in the past. Now it's all about moving forward. What are you going to do for yourself moving forward? Because who knows how much life you have left? Do you really want to keep plaguing yourself with what has already happened? That's over. Enjoy what you have here. Always recognize and appreciate what you have here.
Isaac, Isaac, he he's also a first responder, like I am. We're firefighters, and um, letting go of certain trauma is easier than I can. Like, let me. How do I put this? Go like being in the military. PTSD is not something that would ever affect me. You see, I can go to a vehicle accident, and the only time that it would bother me is if I see a child who is critically injured or worse. Okay, that is something that will never leave me. Um, I've experienced those types of traumas, and I've seen things in the military during my time in the military that some people just couldn't handle. You know what I mean? Not to the extent of the soldiers that went to Iraq and things like that. I didn't go to Iraq, but PTSD is not something that affects me in that way. I have PTSD from the shit that I went through growing up. Someday you and I are gonna have a heart to heart, and I'll bring you like I'll tell you the real the reality. And I know what you're thinking. You got to let that go. It is not that easy. Trust
No,
me when
what
I tell
I'm
you.
thinking is that people think because I'm a positive person that I haven't experienced stuff too. I
Hmm.
have been in a really bad, hard place in my life a couple of times. And I've gotten myself out of it. And I got myself out of it by understanding that I have to get this up here right. And you really have full control over that.
Hmm. And I agree to a certain degree.
Are you saying you don't have any control over your mind?
I mean, of course, but all right. That okay. For instance, let's just say, are you okay? You saying that makes the assumption that random shit just doesn't pop into your mind sometimes.
But what do you do when it does?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, again, that's where that past trauma comes in. That's where the abandonment issues show their ugly heads. You know what I mean? Um, and that's the battle that I'm fighting. That isn't like I don't know how to really
I know what you're saying.
articulate.
You
Yeah,
want to keep rationalizing that you're still experiencing that.
to a degree, I am. To a degree, I am. So again, and now some of this is self-imposed. Like what I'm saying, like what happened with me and Lisa. That's self-imposed. Like I did that to myself. Lisa didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve me like accusing her of doing something that was just totally not there. You know what I mean? Um, and it was just so stupid and childish. And I look back at it and like, why would I even behave that way? Completely embarrassing. You know. But when it comes to this type of stuff, um, it's just a different animal because it is so deep into like it's so complicated. The things that I went through as a child, I mean, I don't even want to talk about it on here. Just, I don't
Well,
want to
you
make
don't
anything too
have
personal.
to, because actually talking about it doesn't make it better. It's being able to recognize when you're feeling like that and what can you gravitate towards that doesn't make you feel like that anymore.
Better people, right? Better
Yeah.
people. I mean, that's at the end of the day, I think who we surround ourselves with is partially who we become. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, again, like I have always been very, very entrepreneurial. I'm the kind of person who wants to go out there and do something. I want to create something. You know, I'm very good with my hands. I'm very mechanically, I'm inclined. I'm very good at doing anything. I mean, I've torn a car apart in my driveway, never having experience doing that, and put it back together, and it ran perfectly. You know, those are the types of just things that I love a challenge. All right, but at the end of the day, the one thing that I cannot get past is that abandonment feeling and then again, this all starts to manifest itself in my own brain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Laura says, it's how you choose to deal with it. We all need mental safe space and get away from the feelings, but we all need to learn to get through it. I mean, absolute truth. But the question is, it's easy to say that we need to learn. It's easy to say that. It's easy to be like, we need to do this, or you need to stop doing this. These are triggers.
It's not easy to do it. Nobody's saying it's easy to do it. You're right. It's easy to say it. You have to do the work to do it. As soon as, let's see what Isaac say. If you don't feel like it helps, you're not talking to the right people. Well, and sometimes continuing to talk about the situation is not resolving or helping you feel better. It's just bringing you back to the place. It's about maybe your focus, instead of abandonment, is your beautiful wife and your beautiful children. Every time you start feeling those feelings, or Lisa, or whatever you have, your career, whatever it is that is coming through for you, that is making you feel gratitude for your living experience now, in this moment, those are the things you need to experience more. You need to start. You said you're good with your hands and you're somebody who likes to create. Start creating more. Start using your energy on ways that you can feel good. And Ray's right. Sitting by yourself and being in your feelings and in your head, especially when you have a difficult time getting away from those thoughts and those feelings, is not the best thing. It's good to get out of your environment. Even if you're still by yourself, get out of your environment. Go outside, go somewhere that you enjoy being. It can be somewhere that doesn't cost anything to be there. It's just a matter of finding ways when you start getting into that rhythm again. So you start building a new habit around it. Then when you start building that habit around it, time is going to go by and you're going to find that it's not affecting you the way that it used to. People hold on to things because those are the things that hurt us. But you have to move past what hurt you to start feeling better. If you keep hanging on to that, you're always going to feel like that.
Right, but again, I think some of it is conditioning. You know what I mean? It's like an athlete. Okay, an athlete conditions his body to be able to take a beating on the gridiron, right? He has to be able to do certain things. And I feel like that type of conditioning is no different. If you are brought up like my wife was brought up in a crappy situation, and I'm not going to drag her stuff in. She deals with her stuff differently than I do. You know what I mean? But what we went through is different in different aspects and similar in some. But she's conditioned to deal with it in a certain way. I'm conditioned to deal with it. You're conditioned in a certain way. And some people don't have that mechanism, right? And I don't think I do. I feel like I don't have that mechanism to
Because
just
you're
be like,
telling yourself you don't.
you're all about the
There,
law of attraction, aren't you?
I am. I'm very much
Yeah.
about the law of attraction because I've seen it play out in my life. I was the victim for so much of my life, and everything happened to me. But I was there the whole time playing the game. And what was I doing differently? What was I doing better for me? Now I know if something isn't serving me, I will walk away from it immediately. I don't care how your feelings are. I don't care what's going on with you. If this is not working out for me, I'm done. And that's just a matter of me having my boundaries and understanding that I'm not going to continue through my life. I'm already 46. I'm not going to spend, hopefully I have another 46 years ahead of me. I'm not going to keep having those experiences. And everybody's talking about, what do you have control over? You have control over your thoughts. You have control over the experiences you're going to engage in.
To a degree. Again, something like I can't help the way something triggers a feeling in myself.
You do. You
I
do.
don't. I mean,
You do. You do. You can definitely say, because every time there's actually a quote that says that when something is triggering you, that means you have work to do.
Isaac, you don't have to go anywhere, bud. You speak your mind. Monica's got thick skin. She can take it.
And I'm not against Dustin. I'm actually trying to help him because he's living through this, that he's been living through it. And he has to start having a different conversation with himself, or he's going to just keep replaying the same stuff. That's all it is. If you're good, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing
over and over again,
and expecting a different result.
You call me crazy?
No, you're just like everybody. We're all trying to do this thing called life. We're all doing it. We keep having shit happen, and the only thing we can do is get through it. And hopefully, we're better for it.
I mean, that's at the end of the day, again, the whole point of this conversation was
confrontation.
Not necessarily to point fingers at anybody and say you're doing it wrong, you're not doing it right. It's to come up with ideas. It's to come up with ways to figure out a way through this, so you're not ruining friendships. Like I almost ruined a friendship that meant the world to me and Lisa. I mean, she is one of my closest friends, and I love her.
How did you guys finally reconcile?
We just hashed it out. I mean, she screamed at me. She was pissed. She spoke her mind, and I took it because I deserved it. You know what I mean? And I accepted that. And I
were you
said to heart.
Were you accepting the blame the whole time, or was there a time where you were kind of like, I didn't do anything wrong?
No. I never said that because I know I did. When Lisa has a way of kind of just getting straight to the point, and it's as sharp as a dagger. You know what I mean? She's just gifted in that way because she's been through so much. Lisa's been through hell. She was with this guy who she loved dearly, and he just took so much advantage of her, treated her like she was filth. And if you knew her, you knew that she deserves to have the world handed to her. She's an amazing human being. So to know, for me, as a guy who knows what she went through, to turn around and act like a infantile, stupid little child over something that I created entirely in my head, there's no way that I could ever tell her that didn't happen. She's wrong, because I know she was right. Because she wouldn't tell me she wouldn't lie to me. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Laura, I'm going to read this. All right, so with my trauma, I ended up having dreams on how to get out of that situation. Again, we all deal with it differently. Just need to understand there is a problem and find a way that makes you feel better about it so it doesn't trigger you and upset you. It took me years. I just get flustered. People who told me how to feel.
And that's exactly what it is. It's learning how to handle your situation so that it doesn't keep affecting you.
Okay, so ending a 12-year friendship, that's a tough thing to do because you've got a lot of time invested in that. You've got a lot of time invested in that. And this will really set Monica off here. I know what I'm about to tell you. You're gonna be like, oh my God, Dustin.
Believe it or not, my way of conversing is sometimes a little off-putting. I totally am not I'm totally mellow right now. This is just how I talk, but you're not going to set me off. Bring it on.
No. What I'm going to say is going to be like, dude, you're crazy. this person that's ghosting me, um, I haven't even known him all that long. Like literally, probably I've only known the dude for like 3 months. It's not like we've got like a 12-year friendship like Ray. I knew you would love that. But that's how I invest myself into my friendships. Don't you want a friend like me that does that? I'm going to invest in my friendships. Like I if you if, zip it. If I'm your friend, Eva, get, don't knock over my phone. Go lay down. If I'm the kind of person like if I become your friend, like I told you before, I will do anything for you. I will give you the shirt off my back, and I invest myself into that friendship. So when you turn around and just, I take it personally, and maybe that's where I'm wrong.
So the person that ghosted you should have said, bye,
Go ahead,
Georgina. So the person that ghosted you, you would have rather than say, honestly, I think you're an a-hole and I really don't want anything to do with you anymore.
I would have preferred that.
Why?
Oh, absolutely. Because I can respect you. I can respect you for being real. You know what I mean? I like again. I consider myself to be very, very.
Aw, look at what Laura said. That is the best thing anybody could ever say. Invest into yourself.
And
And you are worth it.
Laura has been one of the people who has been on with me on the journey, like my podcasting and TikTok and things like that. She's been there for quite a long time. So I definitely appreciate what she says because, she's always got some very good insight and good advice. So I appreciate her.
Look at all the great people you have around you.
I do. I do have very good people around me. I'm blessed in that aspect. But
You
again,
are.
I'm just again. I've got the little guy on my shoulder over here. This is Dusty. I don't like Dusty. Dusty's a dick.
Hi, Dusty.
Dusty's an asshole, and that's why
I thought Hizzy was the asshole.
no,
Hizzy's the
a
nice one.
whole different thing. Oh yes, Tom, you're a good friend too, of course. You've been there for a long time, and hey, I love you, Tom. I do, and I missed you. I do miss doing shows with you too, bud. But again, it really is like a little Dusty over here, and a Dustin over here, and then there's Hizzy. like, so listen, anybody that's close to me would probably say that I might have like multiple personality disorder, but not to that degree. You know what I mean? Like, when
Bipolar.
bipolar,
I love her.
I'm gonna hit you with a pillow now. Maybe it is. Maybe there's a degree of that. Okay, I'm an asshole on the road. Like I can't stand when people drive like idiots. Like it infuriates me. The hizzy comes out. Like I.
It's
don't
okay
like
to be. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to have feelings and be frustrated. Those are all okay. It's the part about allowing circumstances that aren't even happening anymore to keep intruding on what you're experiencing now. Like you've acknowledged, oh, I didn't see what Monica said.
I'll put it back up.
Aw.
See, Laura, you're a darling.
Aw, she prays and it helps.
You're a sweetheart.
She is.
And I think Monica's probably right about some of this because I do feel like I'm taken advantage of a lot, like a lot.
So what can you do differently about that?
Stop letting
Because you
people
can't
take
control other people. What'd you say?
Stop letting people take advantage of me. maybe put a harder shell around my heart. I don't know, because that's
Well, you
part of who I am.
You can't control what other people do. And you can't stop allowing people in. People may take advantage of you. I'm a total dick on the road too. If there's one thing that I definitely have, it's road rage. Like, people are every single name in the book when I'm on the road because, like, why can't you use your turning signal?
Mm.
Why do you have to go 3 miles under the speed limit?
It drives 3 miles an hour drives me nuts. I want you going 5 over. You're
Or
not
10.
you,
10 is
or
good.
preferably 10. Look, I mean,
3 miles an hour in the fast lane is great.
Right?
mm. so for me, I have a problem if somebody flicks me off. Oh, it's on. Like I love my truck. I got an F-250 Super Duty jet black. I've got custom wheels on it, lights. I mean, it's a beautiful truck, right? And I love my truck. But that does not mean that I will not use that as a battering ram if you flip me off. And
Do people
there's
flip you off often?
it's bad when they do. It's bad when they do because I will literally roll. I'll cut you off,
Yes.
slam on my brakes, stop you in the middle of the road. If there's 30 cars behind you, I don't care. We getting out and we settle in this mano y mano. I got no time for that shit.
Be careful
I,
with that.
oh, I'm gonna get shot one of these days. I've told her that. I'm like, I'm gonna get shot someday.
That's not
Like,
cool. Don't say that.
no, I know. As many situations I've been in, I could have been shot a million times. Uh, People will always take advantage of us. Don't guard yourself or become mean. I don't think I'm mean. I have a streak on the road. Don't just or just don't care what they say or do. Only care about your true inner circle. Not everyone is going to love us back or even like us. That's their problem. Amen.
That's their problem. That is
Amen.
so their problem. I love her. She is exactly on the same page as me. Stop punishing yourself for what everyone else has done to you.
Dude, in Florida, in Philly, forget about it.
Forget
Forget
about
about
it.
Forget about it. I'm done. I can't drive in Philly. I'll kill somebody. Can't do it. It's because I don't want to go to jail. I'm gonna stay out. All right. So Tom, Laura says hi. It's the BB3, dude. It's been too long since we've done this. Like, and I do miss doing my show. I had a great show and I was growing. I had 5,000 people. Like, it was great, and I just decided to walk away from it.
So, are you thinking about coming back?
I'm here with you, aren't
Ooh.
I? Uh-huh. So if someone flips you off, literally blow them a kiss. It makes them. No, I can't do that. No,
Oh, yes.
I'd rather
You
go full
kill
force
them.
and rip my
You
shit up.
kill them with kindness.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna die. Don't you ever. It's a bad thing. No, listen, I know I've got to get that shit under. Trust me, I know I've got to get that under control because I don't care who's in the car. Like, oh, Monica, you'll love this one.
Okay.
You'll love this one. So this is what happened. All right, we were driving to my grandson's birthday party at the fire department that I was later on going to become a member of. All right. It was because of this party I actually became a member of that fire department. But anywho, on our way there, all right, the speed limit coming into this little town is 25 miles an hour, right? This person I was behind, I was 2 car lengths behind this person. Me and her were talking, minding my own business. This person randomly decided to slam on their brakes, put their arm out the window, and yell "F you" to me. And I'm like, oh no. Mm-mm. So Monica's like, no, honey, no, honey. He said, go Bills. He said, go Bills.
That's a
In
good
my
one.
defense, I was busy doing other things, and that's what it sounded like.
Lies. Yeah, the
F
guy
you
stuck his
and Go
finger out.
Bills do sound very similar.
Well, especially if you're if you're in the Eagles Stadium, but that's another story.
Right?
But that dude got a dose of hizzy because I ground my truck into park. I mean, that thing went.
Oh my God.
I mean, there were cars behind me. I jumped out at this dude. I went off. I'm like, F you, blah, blah, blah. I called him some very mean names. I body shamed him. He was a heftier fella.
Oh, just
Uh,
tell her what you said.
I don't want to say the mean, bad things and get banned on our social media platforms. I was not nice to the guy. And he goes, hey man, my kids are in the car. I'm like, you should have thought of that before your fat ass got out and gave me the finger. Like, oh, I said it anyway. Sorry. So, sorry, not sorry. But I don't, I'm that kind of guy. Like, I will jump. Okay, another example. All right, how I take friendships to this level. All right, my buddy Lee. All right, was being lambasted by this other guy who I won't mention. Um, and this dude called me and Lee like some stupid name, like a pussy or whatever it was. And I'm like, bro, that's easy to say when you're behind your phone. You know what I mean? But then this guy, we're sitting in a restaurant in Gettysburg. Doesn't this dude walk right in front of the window, right in front of where I'm sitting? And I was like, oh, let's go. Oh, I walked down the street and got into a confrontation with this guy, a physical confrontation. All right. And I was pulled off of him before I could really do anything, but I will do that for my friends. Like, I will defend my friends, anybody that I love and care about. I'll put myself in danger. That's part of who I am as a soldier, as a first responder. I'm a protector. That's what I do. Um,
And
and
Lee, you were protecting Lee because Lee did not deserve that.
he didn't deserve that. Lee's such a great guy. He did not deserve that. So I just won't tolerate it from anybody. And I'm not the kind of guy who's gonna shoot his mouth off and then hide behind something. If I'm shooting my mouth off, I'm standing in front of you. I'm like, let's talk. All right. We can communicate any way you want to communicate. I'm not all about physical violence. That's not where my brain initially like goes. Like, my first thing is not let's fight. You know what I mean? That isn't. I would much prefer that you tell me what's wrong. Tell me why you feel this way. Let's talk about it, and I can apologize to you. And if I'm wrong, I will. I'll accept responsibility. But if you don't have the balls to stand up to me and tell me what the problem is, then you're the coward. And that's just the way I feel. Am I wrong for that?
I don't believe in right and wrong. It's your perspective and my perspective.
So he told me that nothing really matters on earth anymore, and, not material items anyway. Just how you treated people before you pass and throughout your life. Your hurt, anger, and love for people stay with your spirit. I love Laura. She's got such great perspective. You're spot on, Laura. You have such great perspective. Um, and at the end of the day, I am actually, believe it or not, I'm a pretty spiritual person, and I do believe that karma is a real thing. I believe that the way you treat people comes back to you times 10. You know what I mean? So 99% of the time, I'm very nice to people. Um, like I said, I'm a very loving, caring person, but I'm also very passionate, as you could probably already tell. I'm a very, very passionate person. I put myself into everything that I do 110%. If that's a relationship, if that's friendships, if that's my business or work or whatever it is I'm doing, public service, I put myself into that 110%. So when somebody takes that for granted, or, you know, treats me in this whatever way they're treating me, I do take that incredibly personal. And yes, maybe some of that does get created in my own mind, but at the end of the day, I mean, am I not justified for feeling the way that I do?
It's not about justification. It's about, aw, she's so sweet. It's about being able to be okay no matter how people treat you. That's really what it's all about. It's not about they were right and you were wrong, or you were right and they were wrong, or what you did to them or what they did to you. It's that in the end of the day, you're okay no matter what happens to you. And you can be okay no matter what happens. You're going to get through it, and you're going to be okay. And it's what you do in the moments that count.
No, you're not wrong. Great friend. Let karma do its job. I should just let karma do what it does. But karma
And
doesn't
I
work as
like
fast
where
as
she
light.
says, calm your spirit, because you're allowing people to affect you in a way that they really don't have to. There's going to be people out there that they don't like you, or they do something to piss you off, or whatever it is. But how, like, you got to be able to not let it affect you so much, which I know is very hard for you because you're a passionate person. But it's, in the end, you're really only doing the harm to yourself because you keep allowing these people to piss you off. You have to be okay with people disagreeing with you, people not liking you, people doing stupid shit around you, and all of the things. But Dustin's okay because Dustin has a beautiful wife. He has a beautiful family. He has so much to look forward to. He doesn't need to let that thing aggravate him any longer than it already did. Enjoy your life. Enjoy as many moments of your life as you can.
I'm really trying, honestly. So let me try to characterize something for you, or put this in a way that, imagine having a spirit that is the size of, just, it's massive, it's huge, right? And it's all packed inside of this little tiny container. And it's just wants out, right? It wants out. Like, my spirit wants out. And I'm not saying that like I want to kill myself. That's not what I'm saying. There's nothing that's not where I'm going with this. All right, but what I'm searching for and what I need, what my soul needs, I can't get it here. Like, I can't. What's so funny, Monica?
You need an outlet?
What I need is Wyoming. Like, open spaces, beautiful scenery, mountains, lakes, trees, a tent.
Why are you talking about
pit.
moving to Florida then?
Well, because it's not here. It's not because it's not here. You can't care that people are angry. That's their problem, not yours. They have a chip on their shoulder before you even interacted with them. That's true. You haven't walked a mile in their shoes. That's also true. And I don't want to walk a mile in their shoes.
You also mentioned a very important thing, and that is perspective. People are all walking around with their own lens of all of their experience, their education, all of the things that they've had happening with them. Look, all of us in this world, we're like snowflakes. None of us, and you can take that any way you want, we have not, none of us have experienced the same exact thing. Even two siblings who have grown up in a home together will grow up to have different perspectives. So when you are facing somebody, or you are having an experience with somebody, they are not seeing things exactly the way you are. Two people can see a situation happen over there, and those two people will walk away with a different idea of what happened. They're going to explain it different. They're going to have different ideas of why it happened, because every single one of us, we grew up in a certain kind of childhood. We had a different kind of school life. We had different kinds of friendships and relationships, and all of these things are shaping us as we get older and older. And we're walking around with all of this swirling all around us, and you're bumping into these people, and you're having these experiences on the road, online, at work, all of these things. You have to remember that they have their own thing going on, and you just happen to be in that space in the moment. Everyone is walking through with a different perspective on life and what is happening.
No, that's absolutely, you're absolutely true. You're absolutely.
And when you're having a confrontation with somebody, you're having an experience, but they might not be having the same experience you're having. They may not be having the same feelings. They may be wondering, why is he flipping out? Like, and I know the way I speak, the way I act, I have a passion as well. And when I start getting like that, people think I'm getting angry and they think I'm yelling at them and they think I'm getting upset when really I'm just starting to explain something and I really want to get my point across. And I've had to tell people, I'm not yelling at you. Like I'm just explaining something, but to the outside world, I could be, and I also have a kind of face. There's a face that you have that if you're not smiley all the time, people take it as maybe you're not a happy person.
Oh,
like
I get that all the time.
Growing up, people used to always tell me, Monica, you need to smile more. Monica, you'd be happier if you smiled more. And eventually, I got to a place in my life where I just naturally wanted to smile all the time. But everyone is walking around with a different perspective, and all we want to do is talk people into believing what we believe and agreeing what we are agreeing in and being in our feelings and understanding us. And it's all about you now being me, and we can't do that. We have to be able to be in a space with people who don't agree with us, who aren't like us, who don't like us, and be okay with it because we're sharing it with everyone.
Yeah, so when I was in the Army, when I first got in there, I was a private first class. My sergeant, his name was Dan Rich. He always used to call me the angry private. I was like, why do you call me that, dude? He's like, dude, you always look like you're ready to kill somebody. I'm like, really, bro? I'm like, I'm in a pretty good mood. I feel pretty good. He's like, you look like you're fucking angry, man, like all the time. I'm like, dude, no, I'm. He's like, you're exactly the kind of guy I want on the battlefield. I'm like, that's good, but I swear I'm not angry. Like people, but that I do have that face, where people look at me and they're like, "Why, bro? You look pissed." I'm like, I'm really not. I'm really not. Like I do have resting bitch face.
Yeah,
Totally do.
that's the face I was talking about. Yep.
You can say that. Well, you can say those kinds of things on here. You're not going to offend anybody. It does have a parental advisory warning up there at the top.
Well, and it's okay if I offend people. People need to learn how to be offended.
Mm-hmm. So I would love to do that, Laura, but again, being the way things are, business always up and down, finances, I'm supporting adults, a lot of them. It's just not easy to just be up like, oh, all right, I can just up and leave because I have a lot of responsibilities here. Face it in the mirror and know that in the end you are okay.
You are okay. You are okay. Look at you having your life. You're doing a great job. I think you're more than okay. I don't know a lot about you, but what I've experienced, I think you're way more than okay.
Oh, I appreciate you saying that. We are Gen X. Amen, sister. Preach it. Forget smiling all the time, but I'm never yelling or get angry. It doesn't solve anything. I know. I'm telling that to myself. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't make anything better to be mad or angry. It creates more stress and anxiety. It can build a PTSD that doesn't need to be there. Yeah.
You go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna put the comedian up here. When they said just tell them you're constipated. Yeah. Oh man, I'm just backed up, bro. It's been so long. Yeah. I haven't taken a shit in 3 days.
That would piss anybody off.
Yeah, right?
Then just go eat Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell will get the job done. Drop the chalupa in the toilet. No, but I appreciate you guys, like, seriously. And listen, the people that have stuck by me through years and years and years of knowing me and giving me an opportunity and not judging me by the resting bitch face, or sometimes I can just pop off with some random shit that's just weird. And you haven't even met Mr. Dustin yet, sweetie. Wait till you meet Mr. Dustin, you'll love him. He's a fabulous guy. Anyway, but that's one of my personalities. You'll get to know him later. But anyway,
Okay. Can't wait.
Mr. Dustin should have his own TikTok. But the people that have stuck by me are my closest friends because they've accepted me for who I am. They've accepted my flaws, and I love them, and I do anything for them. And
Will you do me a favor?
sure.
When you think of your ghoster, then think of them every time.
think of
As
my
soon as you think of that person, think of everyone you do have.
Okay, I can try that. I can try that.
That's a challenge.
I'll commit. I'll commit to giving that a shot.
And I want you to let me know when you're doing it.
You got it, Doc. I'll get I'll get right on that. No,
I'm
I will. I promise
serious.
you. I know. I promise you. I promise you. I will. I'm a stubborn son of a bitch.
You
Every
are.
time.
I thought I was stubborn. You're way more stubborn. It's that's where it comes down to a choice. Are you going to choose? You're like you keep I don't want to piss anybody off, Dustin. I like you and we talked before the show. I asked if I was allowed to say things and you not
Speak
get
it.
mad.
No,
I
you good.
want you. I want everyone to have a better life experience. That's why I started my YouTube channel. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people with their minds because that's where your life is at. That's what you have control over. And if you keep saying, but I got this, but I think that, but this happened to me, you're not going, you're still staying in that mode. You're not willing to make it better. That's all it is. And I can sit here all day and I can tell you the same thing over and over. But until you, Dustin, the one, or Hizzy or Dusty or whoever, the one who has the control, makes the change and decides they want to think differently, they want to feel differently, until they make the change, nothing is going to change. We can't do it for you. We got our own work to do.
No, I mean you're right. You're right, and I can accept that. And again, this is something that I just really have to reflect on. And again, it's easier to say out loud. It's easier to tell somebody to do this. And I'm not talking about you. I mean, just in general. I can give advice out all day long. I can be like, give out the best advice in the world and mean it. And then I sit here and think to myself, like, bro, you just gave that dude some excellent advice. Why the hell aren't you listening to yourself talk?
And I agree with you because I do the same thing. I know that I can't let people piss me off. But wouldn't you know, somebody says something that just is like, and I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking? And then there I am. But then I have to remember, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I gotta stop letting that person bother me like that. It's a moment, you have it, but then you know how to flip it. It's not going to stop altogether. You just have to know what to do when it happens.
Shane, I've been saying this, like I said this before you even joined us on the show today. I literally said that we are our own worst enemy. I'm my own worst critic. Um,
So stop.
I'm glad to have you too, Ray. Man, I appreciate you, brother. Um,
Aww.
it's somebody said something to me, and it's one of the guys I grew up with. Um, his name's Ryan. He's one of my closest friends, oldest friends. We were kids, you know, and he always said, he's like, man, you had it hard in school. You were treated pretty badly. And I said, dude, you and your brother, they're twins, him, Ryan and Jason. They always treated me like I wasn't the piece of shit that I was being treated like at home. You see what I'm saying? And those guys, I love them because they are not the kind of people that judge you. You know what I mean? And it's easy to look at somebody and judge that person superficially or whatever, but until you really get to know that person or know these people, know who they are and what they are really about, it's not fair to judge. It's not fair to make those assertions or, you know, assumptions about these people. And that's something that I've worked very hard to get past through some of the way that I was treated because I was judged. I was judged hard. But those people, and Ryan is a perfect example. Um, he's not the kind of person who would ever let anybody change who he is. Ryan is who Ryan is. I love him. Now he tried to screw my wife. Aside from him trying to screw my wife, he's a great guy. You know, Ryan, her. Don't you remember that?
Oh,
Couple years.
goodness.
She's no. We'll talk about it later. She's looking at me like, "What are you talking about?"
You know more stuff than I do.
Remember that time we went out all together? Me, you, Ryan. We were at the restaurant. The things that he said later.
Oh God.
Yes, there you go. What about intrusive thoughts? Sometimes the mouth speaks while the brain is saying shut up. Amen. My wife knows me.
No, don't tell me that. Please.
Talking
Sorry.
about, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah,
I,
that.
I'm not putting that on.
No.
I am not making that public. All right. Laura says, I work 7 nights a week and take care of my husband and the dogs. I still find time for myself to heal and find peace. That is not time, excuse me, that is not a time frame that you heal. It just takes time. Yeah. It does take time, and some people process this shit slower than others. And some people are like me, stubborn blockheads who just decide not to let it go. But I'm
Well, that's
working
the
on it.
thing. It doesn't happen immediately. There's always going to be work that needs to be done, but you have to make the effort. It's just a matter of agreeing with yourself that you're going to start the things like Laura says. Treat yourself better. Give yourself more love. Know that you're worth it. It takes time, and it takes a lifetime.
It does. And here I
But
am, 46 years old, and I'm making massive career change. Like, walking away from something that I feel has been toxic. You know, dealing with people. I've been in the carpentry and remodeling business since I was 14. You know, volunteer firefighter on the side, and I just decided that why did I wait till I'm 46 to become a paid firefighter? You know, so I've gone through it. I'm at the final stages of becoming a paid firefighter in Maryland, and I'm making strides to live my life on my terms, as opposed to me living on everybody else's terms. Like, which is what I've done my entire life. I've
that's
I've lived
huge.
on everybody else's terms. So even at this age, but look, I mean, I say I'm 46. I have my hair is white,
When's
but
your
I
birthday?
feel February 6th.
Oh, I'm October 1st. I just turned 46.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Well, happy belated birthday. We're
Don't you
just
love being in 40s?
I don't mind it. And a matter of fact, I'm in the best shape of my life. It might not look like it because I have this hoodie on, but like I work out,
Oh, yeah.
I lift 4 days a week. You know what I mean? I after my workout session, I do like well, not an hour, about half an hour worth of cardio. I do 50 flights of stairs in about 9 minutes. Like I push myself because again, if I'm in the public service, I have to be able to be better than the person that I'm saving. You know what I mean? So I just put those standards on myself. But that's not where I always was. I mean, I weighed 315 pounds 2.5 years ago. Like
Wow.
I was huge, and I'm 230 now. And people look at like 230. That's like I'm not fat. I'm very like built.
Well,
Ooh,
I'm I'm built.
look at you.
I got moves. I got
no.
not like moves.
They are called pecs.
Okay, pecs. I got pecs. I got
She's funny.
pecs. But I've made that. I've taken. What are you doing, little guy? My grandson. I have a cat door right down in the bottom of my door. He's laying under the cat door, looking in here at me,
Aww.
spitting. Um, but no, really, at the end of the day, I've decided that I'm not living down to people's standards. I'm going to start living up to my own. And that's this year. I told my wife. I said, this is going to be a year of change. Things have to change. Things have got to change here at home. Things have to change like in life in general. Um, and there's two different levels of motivation, right? There's two different levels of desire, and I operate way up here in things that I want to experience in life. I want to travel. I want to see the world. I'm a history nerd. I want to go to see sites in like Normandy and World War II sites, and I love American history, and I want to see this beautiful country, and I can't stand being stuck inside of these four walls. The difference between me and her is she's content being here. not to say that she doesn't love going out and doing things. She's more content being a homebody. And that's a difference between us. It's not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's just a big difference. You know,
It's not that I'm content.
it's not.
No.
Do tell, please. The world's waiting.
We don't always like the same things, and
Wow.
that's okay.
I mean, we don't like the same things, and that's okay.
No,
You
but
know, I mean,
we do like our history. You more so American history, where I am more overseas history. But everywhere that we want to go, I'm I'm excited about going over there. But I'm more excited about having a vacation with you and I that we can.
doesn't include Lee.
We love Lee.
I love Lee.
We adopted Lee. Mommy and Daddy need mommy and daddy time.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to some of the comments really quick, Shane, because there's comments that I've missed, and I apologize. Wait till you're the fabulous in 53. I'm not necessarily looking forward to hitting my 50s. I'm only 4 years away from it, but not exactly looking forward
Many
to it.
people have not been given that opportunity.
And that's true. That no, that God, you're so. I really like you. There's something
I
about
like you
you.
too. You're really cool, and so isn't Monica. I really want you guys to be like together on there.
So why did the rooster go to the gym to work on his pecs? Cock-a-doodle doo. Um, that's a good one. I mean, okay, you can have a compromise like going on a cruise. Um, I would love to go on a cruise. I would. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Does Monica
Um,
want to go on a cruise?
does Monica want to go on a cruise?
Not on a cruise ship. Would I love to go on a replica ship, like the pirate ship, like the Queen Anne's Revenge? Yes. Would I love to go over to the Mediterranean and scuba dive in blue water?
Okay, now we're talking.
More than anything.
I am a scuba diver. I love diving. And I did get to dive in the Red Sea. That's where I got my certification, was
Oh
in the Red
wow!
Sea. The best diving in the world. And then you dive at the best, you start diving. You start your diving career in the most beautiful place on the planet and then come home to dive in quarries. It's like I started at the pinnacle.
Yeah, I didn't get squat.
Well, you weren't with me when I was over there. You weren't with me when I was in the military. Actually, towards the back end of my military career, you did see me in my military uniform a couple of
Yes,
times.
I did. Yes, I did.
Patty
That's
Dragon.
probably what won it over.
Lady boner.
No, she says it was my rims. She liked the
Ooh!
wheels that I had on my. She liked the wheels I had on my truck.
Let's get this
Oh
one
yes,
straight.
here she is.
The first time I ever saw this man, yes, I was wearing just this robe
She
and
had
only
this
this
robe
robe.
on
And
outside at a bus stop.
seeing this man smile for the first time, I was stupid. I could not talk to him, and the only thing I could get out of my mouth was, "I like your rims." Oh no, that's not even the bad part. So me and one of the other moms decided we had no idea what this man's name was, so we were gonna call him Sexy Army Guy. It happened.
I love
I'll
it.
I'll put my military uniform on for my next live. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I'll strap up the old camos. I'll strap up the old camos. Wow. I mean, so there's your compromise, Laura. She ain't going on no cruise ship. She wants to do the ARG thing. She wants to be a pirate.
Not just that, but like going over to Greece and
I would love to go to Greece.
seeing Pompeii,
Bucket list item.
eating international foods for crying out loud. I love
Yay,
food.
diarrhea.
I'm not talking about drinking the water. I'm talking about eating the food.
Okay,
Like
I've been overseas and I know what happens to my body when I go, but I that's what I want to
that's what
experience.
Imodium is for.
No, I mean, like no, in all seriousness, that Italy. I mean, I'm Italian. I'm Sicilian, so um, I am desperate to put my feet on that island, to walk where my ancestors walked, and eat the food and experience the culture. That's something that I am desperate to do. But why can't I do that? Well, because I'm stuck here in this prison that I should be grateful for. There are people that do not own homes. It's very difficult to be a homeowner in this day and age. It really is. So I'm blessed, and I don't mean to piss on the fact that I'm blessed to have a house. That being said, it's a freaking anchor, and all I want to do is just get out of here. Like I want to get in my truck, throw a suitcase of clothing in there, some toothpaste and a toothbrush, some Q-tips, something to wash my fellers with, and hit the road.
What about like
Because
a fancy RV?
I mean, I've said that. Like I've said that. Part of why I don't do that right now is because again, I've got adult children here with their significant others and a baby and another baby on the way. Like they're counting on me.
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations. Yes. We'll talk about that offline.
Okay.
We'll talk about that offline.
Wait, which one?
Okay. Well,
She said congratulations. Gag
No,
um,
I'm not.
maggot. Gag maggot.
I am not pregnant. We're just saying that.
No, not me. No. Oh, now let's make that clear. Oh, hell no. I'm done with that. My daughter is having another baby. Oh, she can sit back here and shake her head all she wants, but she told me before, oh, we would make the prettiest, cutest babies.
Okay. I said if we would ever have one, yes. But at the same time, if we're constantly going to have kids with us, we might as well have one of our own.
Hi, Marcy. Come here. You want to say hi to people? Look, come here. Come here. Oh, she's not. She
Aw.
doesn't. So you can see the tail. Come here. You don't want to say hi? She doesn't like being picked up. Come here. Come here, Mama Kitty. Skeleton, and she's finally getting some weight back on herself there. Whoa, what happened to your camera? It like went pixelated. It was weird.
So weird. We should
All right,
probably
so
be.
She decided to go Lego on you.
go ahead, Monica. What were you saying?
I was saying we should probably be wrapping up a little bit now, or maybe if you want to hang out, I can exit. I think we handled our confrontation well. I'm trying to read Laura's message while I'm talking. I'm a California girl. Just
So you love your husband and your dogs, which is great. That's a beautiful thing. And again, some people feel that way. That's good for you. That's good for you. What's good for you isn't good for me. Okay.
right. Everyone,
Basically.
we're all different. We like our different things. Different things make us happy, and I guess that's the goal, is to for each of us to find out what makes us happy and try and live by that and be as much into that as we can.
See, I'm like okay, Ray. I'm kind of like you in this aspect. I like to be busy. I like to be doing things. I don't like to be idle. I like to be moving. Um, it's I need. I'm just. I'm not fulfilled. You know what I mean? Like there's just something. There's just something missing,
Okay.
and it's like I look. Maybe I look for that fulfillment in other people, and when I get disappointed, that's where this confrontation comes from. And like with that thing that happened with Lisa, it was all stupid and childish. And at the end of the day, I know that that's an inner person, like it's an inside thing that I have to deal with. I have to contend with that, and I will. I'll deal with it, and I'll move on. But I think what I really, really need at the end of the day to wrap this whole thing up, and thank you all for hanging out with us for so long. I appreciate that. Really, I really do. Your time is valuable to me, so thank you. To wrap this up, I know that as an individual person and as people, we are in our own echo chambers. So, and it's so difficult sometimes to pop your head out of that bubble and look around and see that you're not the center of the universe. And I'm not trying to be the center of the universe. I'm the center of my own universe to a degree. where
You are.
but I try to give so much of myself out to other people that there's not always a lot left for me. You know what I mean? Laura, I've actually thought about this, believe it or not. And you're not the first person to tell me this either. Somebody actually told me the story of my life would make a great book. But I don't know. Um, to summarize everything, and I think Monica, really, you did a good job putting this in perspective. I know that I need to stop allowing so much of the outside in and start maybe doing a little bit of that inner focusing, and I'll do that. I'll, I, I'll do that. I'll commit to that.
Promise.
Um, I promise. And that's
And
not something that I take lightly.
when somebody ghosts you or pisses you off, what are you gonna do? What was your homework?
I'm gonna flip them off. Be like,
You're
fuck
gonna
you.
focus on the things you do like and that you do appreciate. Your family, that beautiful wife of yours who is awesome. Lisa, your other friends, Lee, name them all in your head as you're experiencing a difficult situation with a certain individual.
Right. So, thank you seriously for taking the time and hanging out with me on my first podcast back in like over a year. Um, I do think I'll probably get back to doing this a little bit more full time on a regular schedule. So, um, definitely come back and hang out with me again. I appreciate you and your insights and taking the time. So, thank you so much for that. Guys, I don't, at the end of my shows, normally I tell you when my next show is going to be, and I have somebody else lined up, and I don't have that right now. So just keep your eye on Facebook. Um, go follow Being Monica on YouTube. You guys will love her channel. She puts out a lot of really positive stuff, guys. And that's exactly what we need in this world. We need a ray of sunshine like her. Believe me, I know that for a fact. So, thanks for hanging out, guys, and pay attention to the next time. I don't know when it's going to be. We'll put it out there, but God bless. I love you, and we'll see you next time, guys. Take care.